everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, we explored the PEC, and yeah, now we found another warehouse. Is this another warehouse?
Just like the one on the last floor.
Right.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
Indeed. True, but it's rusted over. I don't think it's opening anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway, that I can see.
Right. Well, shoot. We couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
Duh. How much do you think that thing weighs?
A lot.
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
Right. Huh.
I want to know what those are.
Those white doors?
Right. Are they chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay.
Look at this. It's one of those things that says lock.
Right.
Yeah, just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
Indeed. So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
Yeah, they were different colors before, but...
Guess things have changed for this round.
Right. Before we could discuss the doors any further, a familiar robotic voice crackled over the speakers.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Excuse me?
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling
Okay,
closes.
who's the wise guy opening doors? That just sounds so stupid out of context. Alright, which one of you is opening doors? Who's too smart for the rest of us?
One of the other teams opened the gate
Sorry.
early.
Right? Also, I'm noticing that my volume is possibly a little bit too loud. I don't know. Hopefully either it's fine, or hopefully I can fix it in post. I don't know.
What in the hell they do that for?
That's a good
We
question.
haven't even started back yet.
Right? Granted, we do have 45 minutes.
Never mind why. We just need to get back up there pronto.
Right.
I'm worried about Quark. We
Indeed.
need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
Right. Right.
Let's go.
Got it. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Alrighty. Hello. Alright, so I feel like it's probably Dio who opened the door. If we're being honest. It was almost certainly Dio. Ba-ba-da-ba-do, do-do-do-do-do, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-do, ya-da-da-da-da-do. Here we are. Alright. Who do we need to punch? Who opened the doors early? We returned to the floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us. Kay, who'd gone through the red door, and Dio, who'd gone through the green door.
Where's Quark?
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Okay.
Is he alright?
I don't know if I would describe him as alright, but apparently his condition has not worsened, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
He is still resting.
Good.
We...
Good. I'm going to the infirmary.
Tenmyoji, please, wait!
So, who opened the door? Tenmyoji ignored Kay and took off at a run through the yellow door. Alright. So, Dio, you want to tell us something? I just assume it's Dio.
He's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, it's not like it matters.
Okay.
The girls will just tell him when he gets there. He ought to calm down once he's seen the kid.
Okay. What? Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
What are they going to tell him?
Well, you see...
Okay. What?
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Oh my!
Yes. Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
I see. Then we can cure Quark's Radical 6.
So it would seem.
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary and see how he's doing. Come on,
Right
let's go.
behind you.
Are we not going to process the fact that somebody opened a
Should be
door?
fine now. It might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over.
Okay. Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. She held an injection gun with an empty vial. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even and his expression was peaceful. He looked like any other child, sleeping soundly after a long day of doing whatever it is children do to amuse themselves. Alright. Any trace of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found.
Is he really going to be okay?
Yes. We analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely Excelivir.
Right?
Now that I've administered it,
The Excelivir should eradicate the virus completely given enough time, right?
Okay.
yes, that should be the case.
Well, that's very great.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, what a relief.
Indeed.
Things are looking pretty sketchy there for a while, that's for sure.
Right? I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders, and I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe.
Ooh.
Whew. Tenmyoji let out a long, shaky sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face, and I thought I saw a glint of tears.
Alice, you and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks.
Right?
You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please. It was nothing, really.
Right? I mean, you did just happen to conveniently find it.
We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
Right?
Where is Kay?
That's a very good question.
He's not in here.
He's still in the warehouse. Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here. We figured someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
Right? So, Dio and Kay were the ones who opened the AB gates?
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
Right?
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing.
Okay.
Kay will want to know at least.
Right? Yeah, you're right. I nodded and headed back towards the other side of the room. I was nearly there when Tenmyoji suddenly spoke.
That's right. You know that memory card we found?
Right? This thing?
Yeah. I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it.
Okay. Oh gosh, I forgot that I was on this route. It's been so long since I've played this game, I genuinely forget what choices lead me to what endings and like what revelations. So I didn't think we were gonna hit this so quickly.
What? You don't remember? There was a memory card just like it that we used to solve the puzzles in here.
Right?
Yeah. He's right.
So this is a really this is really early into the game, and we're gonna find out something rather shocking because
There's
I know
a
what
slot
this
next
is.
to the screen.
Right?
Should work for this one too.
Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, this is gonna be weird. This is the first time I'm gonna hear this in a long while. Right? Yeah. Well, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I want to see
I'm
what's
going to talk
on it.
about what I'm talking about in just a moment after it's actually been showed. Okay, just give me a minute here. I slid the card into the slot next to the screen. No sooner had I done so than an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here?
I guess so.
Why don't we turn up the volume a bit?
Can we do that? Luna tapped a few things on the screen and a bar began to move across the screen. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there? Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh? Well, I gotta be honest. It's getting pretty lonely over here. there, too.
Okay.
Feeling kind of like howling at the moon, lone wolf style.
Right.
Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful.
Right.
Never seen a moon this full. And that color. Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
I see.
The moon's this amazing red. If it wasn't so beautiful, it'd be kind of ominous.
Okay.
Wish you guys could see it too, but... sorry, forgot. You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you? So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now? Sure hope I'll get to look up at them someday, too.
Okay.
Anyway, over. Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys. What? You gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long?
Okay.
Enough jokes, all right? Knock it off. Where are you guys? Is there something wrong with the radio? You're saying everything's green? Well then, what the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding?
It's been a long time since I've heard this.
No, the video feed's online. Look, you can see all 9 of them, 3 at each table. What? Someone hacked our feed?
Oh my.
What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip on repeat? Who would do that? What in the hell is happening here?
I see.
This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. Please come in. I'm asking you to respond.
This is...
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there.
Right.
What happened?
6 of us are... dead.
Right.
What?
Counting myself, there are only 3 left.
How? Why are...
Oh gosh.
They were killed.
Right.
What?
I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6.
Right.
All of them. All 6 billion. Soon, I will have killed 6 billion people.
Oh gosh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. We have an emergency situation. We have an unconfirmed report of 6 deceased test subjects.
Oh my.
Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately.
Right.
Shit. What the hell happened in there?
Yeah. Yeah. So, basically what I was referring to before is, if you played Zero Time Dilemma, or have seen my playthrough of it, this is like something that happens in both games, because you hear it here, and then you see it happen in that game, because one of the endings leads to Virtue's Last Reward. It's hard to talk about because of the fact that it's a very weird circumstance, but I don't think it's really a spoiler at this point. I'm going to shut up about it, though. It's been so long since I've heard the Virtue's Last Reward version of it. I don't know. It's weird. Is that it? I'm going to stop. I'm going to shut up about it because I don't want to say something accidentally that will spoil too much. Just know that I'm getting Zero Time Dilemma feels because of this.
Yes.
What on earth was that?
That's a very good question. Any ideas? I got only frowns and shaken heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Tenmyoji. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen, deep in thought.
Do you know something, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, I think I know what that was.
Okay,
It's probably a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
I see.
Mars?
I'm sorry, what?
You mean some kind of space travel?
What kind of test site was it?
Right, good questions, good questions.
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines?
Oh my.
These ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets. But
Okay.
they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off half-cocked. That was the idea behind this test.
Right.
They built a whole complex on this old Air Force base in Nevada.
Okay.
The idea was that it would be a simulation of a manned mission to Mars with a crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan the real mission.
I see. So, what we just listened to was a transmission from that project?
Yeah,
Why is something like that here?
don't know why.
Very good question.
Found it in the safe. No explanation.
Right.
Dollars to donuts, it's got something to do with Zero's plan.
Indeed.
You mean we were meant to hear what was on that card?
Right.
Yeah.
It's all very interesting, but how exactly do you know about all this?
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Right.
Yes.
I was involved with the project.
Right. Involved.
Now, the intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
Okay.
What's a conjunction?
It means two things in space are close to each other. In this case, we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact opposite sides of the Sun.
Okay.
So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where we won't be able to communicate with each other.
Right.
What we heard on that card was when the simulated conjunction was scheduled to end.
Right.
That's when they died.
Now, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation.
Right.
All we know is that's when it was discovered.
Indeed.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what she said? There was something about how she didn't just kill 6 people. She said 6 billion. What the heck did she mean by that?
Just what the hell happened there?
That's a very good question. I know everything because I've played that. I've played. The thing is, I've played Zero Time Dilemma very recently, actually. Tenmyoji frowned and looked down at the fort. So all of this Zero Time Dilemma stuff is like right there in my head. I'm like, oh gosh. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room. At last he stopped, raised his head, and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
Okay.
A virus?
Oh my.
Wait, you don't mean...
Yes.
Yeah. Radical 6.
Okie doke. Yes.
What? How can that be?
I'm just telling you what I know, okay?
Right.
Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but one of the subjects might have been infected when they entered.
Right.
The virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation.
Oh my.
The test site deaths became the index case for a pandemic.
Right.
Anyway, prevailing wisdom says it got out somehow. And once it was out, it spread pretty quick. All across the planet.
Okay.
And it killed 6 billion people?
Right.
No, not directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6.
Okay.
The other 4 billion died from the collapse caused by the deaths of that first third.
Right.
The whole world just fell apart.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Damn. I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start knowing where to start. Well, no, take that back. Explain that date. Unless I heard this wrong, the day the Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028.
Yeah.
But the day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Me too. Christmas Day.
I was kidnapped on Christmas too.
Okay.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you see what I'm saying, right? That recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell is going on here? That thing is from the future.
You see,
And the cliffhanger.
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
Right?
All players, please.
I just
enter
peeked my mic
your
with that
votes.
okay Ugh.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Right?
We're out of time. We need to go back to the warehouse.
Right? Wait, you haven't
Don't
answered.
care. I need more than 10 minutes to explain everything.
Okay.
Half-assing it is just gonna make you more confused. Now get moving.
Right.
That's enough.
But,
Shut your damn hole or I'm picking Betray.
okay.
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want, but I need to get back to the AB rooms.
Okay.
I'd like to stay with Quark. And he seems to be doing all right.
Right.
I'll stay here with him. Fi can do the voting for our pair. I can trust her. Is that all right with you?
I see.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you'd be willing to do that, I'd be much obliged.
Okie doke.
Thanks, Luna. Take good care of him.
Of course. I'll make sure everything goes fine.
Oh gosh. Tenmyoji gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. Well, that's that, I guess. We should probably be going too.
Yes. We'll just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
Right.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now, but there's not much we can do.
Fair.
Let's get going then.
All right, it's time to vote. Oh boy. We returned to the warehouse to find only Kay. I explained what happened with Quark, then glanced around the room. Hey, where's Dio?
He's gone into his AB room.
Okay.
Already?
Indeed.
Then he opened the first AB gate, right?
Indeed.
Of course.
This is bad. I
Yeah.
won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
Right.
You've only got one BP left, don't you?
Right.
Yeah. Luna's the same.
If Vi chooses ally and Dio picks betray,
Fi and Luna will be penalized.
Right.
I don't have a choice. I'll have to pick Betray. The risk with Ally is just too high.
Very, very correct. Very right. Hey Alice, don't you have one BP too?
That's right. But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
Right.
and he'll just default to ally. I guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized then, huh?
Indeed. But what if Alice and Kay choose betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen. Even
Okay.
though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering. He is still weak.
Right.
Moreover, he is only a child.
Fair.
To betray an innocent child would be...
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, that would be unthinkable. Even if you ignore his age or condition, it's hardly fair to take advantage of someone who can't vote.
Right. So you'll vote to ally?
Yes.
Of course.
Well then, shall we go?
Yes.
Alrighty. Bye-bye. Kay and Alice nodded to one another and disappeared into the AB room, second from the right. Okay. Without saying anything, Fi turned and walked into the room, just left of theirs. That left only myself, Clover, and Tenmyoji.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door?
Right?
Something about how you'd convince me to choose ally? Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
Well, it's not that complicated. I promise you that Clover and I will vote ally. That's it, pretty much.
I see.
Right.
And you figure I'll believe you because you've only got one BP.
Right.
Once you've told me that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose betray.
Indeed.
Since if you're telling the truth...
Right. You'll kill me. So.
Not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table.
Oh my.
Seems like a risky bet for you.
Tenmyoji, no. Bad.
And why is that?
I disagree. Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray, then she'd have enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round is over.
I'd never.
That's easy for you to say. But think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
I don't think that would ever work.
Huh?
What?
Well, that's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you.
Okay.
I'm asking what you're going to do if that happens.
That's a very good question.
Are you sure you'll still choose Ally?
Right. Seduce me, huh?
Hey! What are you staring at, you perv? There's no way on earth I'd do anything like that!
Right.
As if! In your dreams, creep.
Well, that's that then. Not gonna lie though, I'm a little disappointed.
So I can trust you. You're gonna
Right.
choose Ally.
Yes,
You can
Yeah.
trust us.
Promise.
of course.
We promise.
All right. I guess I'll vote Ally too then.
All right.
3 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okay.
Well, looks like we don't have much time left. I'm trusting you.
Right. Indeed. I'm trusting you too. Tenmyoji gave us a curt nod, then turned and strode into the second AB room from the left. Right, well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Alright, it's time for the vote. Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished. Starter.
Hey,
Hi.
Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
What's up?
Could you pick Betray for me?
No. Actually, no. What?
I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you. But you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
No. Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely.
no.
I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back.
If you get an IBP, you're gonna leave me here for dead.
If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
That doesn't seem like a very good deal. Anything?
Yeah?
She said listen, Sigma. She said listen. She doesn't have to do anything.
Anything. So think carefully, okay?
Sigma,
If you choose Ally,
we're not a
you're
fool.
trusting him with your life.
That I can do. Yeah, if he chooses Betray, it's all over.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
I do. Hey now, that's not very
The
nice.
only safe choice is to pick Betray.
Clover, no. Bad. But if he chooses Ally and we don't,
Then I'll have 9 BP. But
yes,
you don't need to worry about that.
I don't think I can trust
Even
you.
if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself.
Clover,
I
no.
mean, Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet,
Right.
and I can't leave her
Fair.
behind.
I don't know if I believe you about that.
Please, will you pick Betray?
No.
20 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Right. Thank you for the announcement. The voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Tenmyoji and pick Ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Again, she says, I'll listen. Not I'll do. Sigma, think about this logically. In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Ally! Your vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Okie doke.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Right.
Thank you for your participation.
Okie doke.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Right.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Okie doke.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right. Here we go. Alice K. Okay. Ally, ally, betray, betray, ally, ally. Yeah! Alrighty. Whew. Well, that was scary.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Right.
Please
Thank you very
check
much for
your
that
bracelet
information.
To see your updated bracelet points.
I keep shifting around and I think it's messing with the audio levels. I don't know. I'm moving. I keep moving my microphone slightly, and I keep moving myself slightly, and it's just making problems.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Right. Well, it seems like I made the right choice.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out.
I could say
Thanks.
the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma.
Okay.
And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said.
You said listen.
Oh well, whatever.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Stalked? Oh beer. Oh beer. Oh dear. That's what I meant to say. I can't talk today. It's very clear. Across the room, Dio and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Oh, don't give me that. You knew exactly what I was doing. I knew
Right.
you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary looking after Quark.
Right.
Is that where Alice went to?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Right.
Yes, we did indeed enter together.
Okay.
When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
I see.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Without even checking the results?
Oh my.
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Right.
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally. Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Right.
Where did Alice run off to?
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired.
Okay.
Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
I see.
Well, I guess that would make sense.
An ominous rumble filled the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed.
Okay.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
Oh boy.
Star keys are required to open the gates.
Okay.
There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys.
I see.
The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Okay. We can open the gates as many times as we want?
That means the star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
Right. I think you did. You good.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
Right.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Indeed. Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Okay. Right. Huh? It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pear, Fi's a magenta pear, but Tenmyoji's a yellow pear.
The 3 solos are red, green, and blue.
Right.
K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Right. Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? I think they're going to be white this time.
Yes. Dio told me about them.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them too, Fi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Right. Yeah, so lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Fi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Tenmyoji and me would form one group. Fi and Dio would form another group. Clover and K would form the third group.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white.
Right.
Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are.
Right.
But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
Indeed. So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan, right?
Right.
Okay.
Alright, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Indeed. Yeah, about an hour it looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Okie doke.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door. Bye-bye.
Do I really need to say it?
The infirmary, right? You're gonna go check on Quark.
Yeah.
Have fun! He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. That left only 3 of us. Dio, K, and myself. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink.
Okay.
You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me? I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
Right.
Right, of course. My bad. Well, I'm out. Later.
Bye-bye. With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off towards the magenta door. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further. There are
Right.
still several rooms I haven't visited.
I see.
Okay. You don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
He doesn't remember his life story. Their conversation ended, and they reached the door and stepped through it. Alright. Alright. What should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Right? Of course. I need to get the rest of that story out of Tenmyoji. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before I set off at a dead run down the hallway and towards the infirmary. Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was, Tenmyoji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? I must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was
Forget
it yours?
It's got nothing to do with you.
Okay. But all of the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why are you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Okay. I see. Anyway. Where's Luna?
I asked her to leave.
Okay.
I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit.
Right.
So, why are you here?
Well, you got some explaining to do. I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking
Sorry,
about.
my brain shut off as I was reading.
I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Okay. Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, all right. You remember so much, you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know?
Yes, actually, we do.
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut.
Right?
Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past.
Indeed.
What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you?
Sounds fun.
You sure you want that?
Hey, come on. You don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Yes. Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Hi, Fi! Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice's. Look, just come with me, all right?
Okay, right.
She's in the number 2 cabin.
Here we go. Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. Tenmyoji and I explained a quick, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. Oh dear! She did! Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself, as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then, at last, I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. She dead. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Games participants, except, of course, for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. all I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this?
Well, nobody's gonna say anything,
Say something. Answer me!
Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed.
huh? Right.
Then what happened?
Radical 6?
Accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Radical 6?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Fair.
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you?
Right.
Something happened in there, didn't it?
Who knows?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened!
Okay.
If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
Fair point.
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves!
But people can stab themselves quite easily.
Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one
Right.
killer. It was 6!
Clover with those leaps of logic.
No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine, show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards!
Oh my.
You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
8, 7,
Clover!
6, 5, 4,
Clover!
3, 2.
Somebody just say Radical 6! To be continued. Hooray! We've reached our first lock. Okay, well, I guess I'll save here, just because it wants me to save. So, yes. So, this is going to be a trend that happens. A lot of these are locks. So, basically, we have to play through other routes to get information that will allow us to get past these locks. So, yeah. I would go back and do this, but I don't actually know how long this route is gonna take. I want to say, because there's a couple endings that are like, oh gosh, hold on, no, don't, no, hold on, no, dang it, I forgot. I wanted to go to the save. I forgot. Okay. So as you can see on the file, all of these question marks are like different endings, major endings that you can get. But as you can see by the flowchart, let me go further. Thank you. So as you can see by the flowchart, there are way more endings than there are on the save file. There's numerous bad endings, which don't really give you much continuation. They don't really finish the story. I think you... I can't remember if you need to get some of them for... No, I don't think so. I think they're just bad endings. I think this might be a bad ending. but I can't remember for sure, and I don't know how long it would take to see anyway. So I think we're gonna save it for later. And by later, I mean next episode. So we'll do that immediately. It'll probably be over very quickly, and then we'll go back here and go through... oh, I don't even remember which door it was. I don't know which color it was that we have an option to go to. Anyway, yeah. So that was a fun cliffhanger. So look forward to not seeing how that resolves next time, because that's not how this game works. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!